And he had made it very clear to me that he was right there with me. And so I had carried around for 2 weeks in case he didn't work, but I was afraid to take him for fear that he would go away.
Right.
Repeat that. I want you to repeat that. I want you to repeat that.
Yeah.
I carried my pills around for 2 weeks, but I was afraid to take them because I was afraid that he would go away if I took them. So I just had him as my little safety, And well, after he said, from now on, I'm going to be your medication, I threw him away. I've never,
So
ever,
the minute he spoke to you, so we don't tell people to get off their medications. That's between them and the Lord,
Oh,
and
it
them and
was
their doctors.
totally.
But God spoke to you that he was the great physician. He was your medication.
Right.
And you didn't need the pills anymore. You discarded them because now you had the gospel.
The gospel. He made it very clear to me. I was supposed to go, because I got saved in the back seat of a car, I was going to a Baptist church. And so I needed to
God
go
bless the
forward.
Baptists.
I love them. The pastor said, you need to make it public, confess me before men.
Right.
So I'm going, you don't understand. You don't have somebody with anxiety attacks go public. So
She was still having them at that time.
No,
Well,
I hadn't
you were
had any.
delivered. Yeah.
but I'd had a couple tests where I got real close, and then they never happened.
No.
So the enemy tried to bring him back, and then you pressed into the Lord, and then the great physician with the gospel gave you that supernatural shalom
The
peace.
first time it happened, the Lord gave me the Psalm 23, and I hadn't thought of that since I was a little kid. And by the time I was so consumed with trying to think of what the verses were, that it went away.
So
And I was-
repeat Psalms 23 real quick first.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul.
So she was at Christmas in a store, big long lines. She's in line and she starts having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And this is before you're saved.
No,
No, this is right after I'm saved.
Oh,
and
where
I
you were
could feel
tested on
the
it.
symptoms come.
I want to repeat again what she said, because she carried her pills around in case Jesus didn't work.
Right.
But then she was afraid to take them because she's afraid he'd leave her.
Because I
So
felt his presence, and that was like everything.
Of
So
course,
she's in that line and it's packed store, Kmart or something.
And I'm going, the Lord is my shepherd. Let me see. Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I was so consumed with it that I got outside the store and on the road and realized I never had an anxiety attack. That was the first time. The second time, I was at church and the pastor was saying, you need to come forward and make it public, and I'm going, you don't understand, you don't ask people.
Right.
He said, I'll do all the talking, you just come up when we sing the last song, just as I am. So we had this all planned out, and they start singing, and my heart starts in and I'm going, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to pass out in front of everybody, because that's what I would do.
Right.
So you'd have an anxiety attack and
Then
pass out. Wow.
So you started, my heart's going crazy, and I'm going, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And when I said his name, my heart settled down.
Wow.
That was powerful.
The Prince of Peace. You called on the
Yes.
Prince of Peace, Jesus.
And so then, of course, I still didn't get myself up out of I was glued to the chair.
Right.
So the pastor's up there, second verse, and I'm still glued to the chair, and I, it started in again, and I'm going, Jesus, 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 and it went away again. And I'm going, this is awesome. He's got my attention.
Right.
The pastor's up there, they're on the third verse, and he's up there kind of like, get up here. And I'm sitting there, and it happened the third time, but this time I said, Jesus, 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 and he told, the first time I ever heard him in my head, he said, from now on, I'm going to be your medication. And I jumped out of my chair, I went up there, and we were good, and I never had another one.